Yes, so
That's the person who keeps connecting.
yeah.
Danielle that I know.
Yes. As I'm saying yes to you, you are writing it down somewhere. Like you're very conscious about it, because by the time you start forgetting anniversary days, then you start to forget other things that are very important. And I can't have that. Before they come ask you, what's your daughter's birthday? I say, you're scratching your head.
Someone said, my husband forgot our son's birthday
I will
recently.
forgive that. That's very painful. What do you mean?
Like
Those
that.
are very important dates
Very
in your life.
important.
There are 365 days in the year.
I know,
Maybe
right? Just
all
one.
of us, all of our birthdays is maybe 4. Our anniversary 5.
if you can-
just 5 days.
If you can,
out of
if you can
356.
cram Christmas
Lie.
and Salah, cram
not
the
agree.
anniversary
You know
date.
that meme
Do you
about
get-
you,
I would not
you know
agree.
the names of all your favorite football players, everybody in the team, but your date of normal. Or those people say they'll be mixing children's names together.
I'm telling you. or we've been dating for a while and I ask you what's my middle name and you're scratching your head.
Okay.
Interesting. But you here, we're all here in the studio, soul sisters, and of course we're getting into the conversation.
Definitely. But after the music break, when we come back, we'll get right into the business of the day today.
Yeah, we promise you a part 2.
Part 2. Yeah. So we're here.
Part 2.
This is Soul Sisters. Soul Sisters.
there's One Direction. There are a lot of One Direction songs that have to be played as
Yeah,
well.
Yes, ma'am.
If not, I will send the
Like
DJ
perfect.
packing. Let me take it over, please.
Yes, ma'am.
like,
Yes, ma'am.
come on.
Yes, ma'am.
This
Yes,
is my
ma'am.
moment.
Yeah.
I gotta shine. Marry You by Bruno Mars. You're listening to it right here on FlowFM 92.7 with the sisters in the house, guys. By the way, before we end this conversation today, we have some juicy update for you guys. Just a little bit of something coming up next week. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna get into it anyway.
Yeah.
So last week we're talking about
It's okay.
Toke and the backlash that she's getting on social media because of her pregnancy, and a lot of women having different views on somebody else's pregnancy. And then we're going to do a part 2 to it from the angle of why do women bring other women down in big 2025. This is a conversation that's been happening back to back to back to back all the time. Everybody's, well, why are women against women? Women are not supporting women. It's 2025 and it's still happening. And the case study today is the situation with the Ibom Air passenger, the woman, all of
Comfort,
that. Yeah, Comfort Emerson,
Yeah.
I think.
Now, just before we get into that conversation with the airline, I saw a video today on TikTok just talking about women. Now, this woman is she's a TikTok influencer. I don't know if you guys have come across her, Shelton family.
Shelton, yeah.
Yeah.
Shelton,
So she was doing a video. Now she had a baby and her baby is 3 weeks old.
Yeah.
Now she was doing a video where she has 2 girls. I think her first girl is like 2 plus, 2 years plus, and then this second baby is just 3 weeks. So a woman actually, because she's a content creator, they put their life out there. So a woman actually sent her a video. Now the video contained this this ovulation cycle thing that happens, the woman with her menstrual
Yes.
cycle and all of that. Now the woman was trying to tell her that is to help her to calculate when she should give birth to a boy child. So she came out with the video. I saw it today on TikTok and she was like, women, we can do better. That why are you telling me what you mean by, so do you mean that because I have 2 girls they're not children enough? You are telling me how to calculate my ovulation so that I will give birth to a boy. And she was like, my husband is not even complaining. I didn't complain to you that I don't like my children. I didn't tell you how many children I want to have. And I didn't tell you that the sexes of my children bother me. Why are women like this? And it got me thinking, like, what? That's some audacity.
And also, I'm not a science student. I'm through and through an arts person. But is it not like the man that determines the sex of the child?
It is the man that determines
So
sex
please,
biologically.
what do you mean by that?
But aside that fact, why would a fellow woman send that kind of a thing to a fellow woman? To tell her that,
What's your
these
business?
2 girls you have is not enough. Take like this if you want to calculate how to give birth to a boy child. Why do, like, it's worrisome how this is 2025. In fact, we're even going to enter 2026 in the next few months.
I can't still believe that, though, you guys. Like, in 4 months, we're in 2026.
And we still have some certain things that are going on in our generation. Now, of course, the airline incident that happened, I'm sure everyone heard the story of how this girl was embarrassed. Now, I saw the video. I didn't necessarily support how she handled it. However, 2 wrongs
Do not make it right.
You're right.
Why now? If you watch that video, everyone saw that video. It was very humiliating and embarrassing.
Thankfully, I didn't see the
you didn't see the video. It
video.
was everywhere online. It was on X and all. Now, it was a lady that actually dragged
Yeah.
her top.
Yeah.
And
tore it.
tore it, and I don't know if he tore it or pulled it off, and then just exposed
actually.
a fellow woman out there. Why do we still do these things as women in 2025? Like, have we not gotten to with all the whole awareness that's going on in the society, all the whole programs, everything that we're seeing about women, why do we still get to this point where we are trying to tell women that we're supposed to be looking out for each other? Like, sister, your glory should be my glory too, or how do I put it? Like, why do we get to that point? And I don't know, is it coming from a place of bitterness or a place of, okay, let me show you that I'm better than you? I don't understand it.
There's this thing where, sadly, somehow, should I say, in this part of the world, mostly, there is this need to want to show that, you think you're crazy.
I'm
I've
crazier.
got more. Yeah, like from where I'm coming from, my lineage, my family.
You go low, I go lower.
They used to use head to break block. Baggy, they'll just be using different words and everything. And the thing, aside this, I think that even this is even beyond like a women thing. Like, as a human being, who are you to say because somebody annoyed you? Let's say that person, we're not saying that, oh, this girl did not do anything that provoked, outrage or something. But like, is that outrage commensurate to what she has done? Like well, let's not even talk about like, okay, settling scores now or making the scores even. Like, why would you go and say this is just what you want to do to embarrass the person? So you don't feel like, oh, you got the short end of the stick, like, okay, you were cheated, like this person is not going to go scot-free, so this is what I'm going to do to you. Like, who? And I mean, looking at the woman who she, I won't call her name, the woman and everything, I was like even the age gap, like this is mad. Like this one is much older than the young lady that she did this to. Like, why would you go to such lengths? This person is maybe not, if she's not old, young enough to be your daughter, at least maybe a younger sister. Like, why would you go to such kind of lengths? And that is just the
And
worry.
I think that's actually the age gap, because when we saw the video of the lady, the air hostess rather,
yeah.
The backstory, and on X, somebody that was beside her also came out to say what actually happened and how the air hostess was rude, being rude to the lady. And also she came out to say, I think last week Sunday, she put out an 11-minute video explaining her side of the story, that she was like, they also was like, I'll show you, this, like, oh, all these children of nowadays, all this Gen Z, I'll show you. And she was like, we already settled everything, we already got down. She went to use the restroom and then she came out, and then you're not letting her pass.
Yes.
That's why people didn't see the first video of her making a video at first saying, okay, this woman is not letting her pass, before they saw the video of her, attacking the air hostess. Yes. So she was making a video. When the woman saw that she was making a video, she started her own, whatever. So when people now start making videos and also she started doing like the victim, like, oh, she's hitting me, she's doing this, she's doing. But meanwhile, there was actually a backstory to it. So I'm going to say just like the age gap or whatever, because traditional women be like, see this one, you are fixing lashes, you are doing this, you are wearing this, blah 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 blah, and the words just like she said, she was going to, you see. I think was it you see or I'll show you that she said that Elsa said to her, and basically she showed her.
And the result was now to expose her body.
It's wrong. And I think I really appreciate celebrities like Simi, Adekunle Gold's wife, who had to lend their voice to it. And also Mary Njoku, the Nollywood actress. She also, lent her voice to the whole issue. She was like, okay, but this is not the right thing to do. How do you humiliate your fellow woman like that, and then you allow, okay, like if this woman was like your sister or your friend, okay, forget the fact that you guys had an altercation on the aircraft, it's just embarrassing. For me, I feel like, oh, but okay, this lady was wrong, but come on, no, this is low, this is very low. And as women, I don't think we should be putting ourselves in that, there's a way to handle things. And this whole narrative of, oh, women were so emotional, that's the reason why when we have misunderstandings we don't calm down to think or whatever. We should
learn. We're proving it to be true.
Do you understand? We're proving it to be
Sadly.
true, which is not supposed to be so. The video, honestly, I didn't like the fact that they embarrassed the lady like that. It was so painful. Like I was like, no, this one goes.
And I heard someone saying something like they were trying to prevent her from getting off the plane so she doesn't just go and everything. And I was like, you realize that before she even gets out of like the entire airport, she has to pass through security checkpoints. What is stopping you from alerting the authorities and saying, okay, this particular person, do not let her pass, maybe because she has violated a rule or anything, and say, okay, maybe you just keep her somewhere, or even just hold her identification card
something,
or anything like that. Just hold it and say, okay, you can just put her somewhere, hand her over to the proper authorities for them to investigate what has happened, to know, okay, if she was actually guilty of violating a rule or anything. And according to her own side of the story, when she was giving the whole video and all that, she was saying that she had two phones, that one was switched off, and then the second one, she was saying that the power button was not working, so she couldn't turn it off. And then there was just the whole back and forth first, like, okay, turn off this one, and eventually it was another passenger that helped her turn the phone off and all that. But like, to go that extent to say, okay, there are so many other ways you could have handled the situation, even if the girl was being rude.
True.
Especially seeing as she's Ihe Uses, she actually has
there are professional conduct
to be held on to. But let's get back to the music, and when we come back, we'll talk about this some more. I also have a question for you ladies.
Okay.
This is Soul Sisters. Soul Sisters.
FlowFM 92.7.
Araba Radio.
FlowFM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7. My music, my radio.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter where you are, non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilorin. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid-mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that get you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM is where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Ilorin. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7. My music, my radio.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter where you are, non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilorin. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid-mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that get you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM is where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Ilorin. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7. My music, my radio.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter where you are, non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilorin. You know what time it is.
And we are here just dissecting this sisterhood matter, you know, from the Ibom Air saga to the woman who got an unsolicited
Thank you for the word,
advice.
unsolicited advice.
Or like
indeed.
unsolicited nosiness, yeah, in her business, saying, you know, this is when you can work towards having a boy child. Who are you
What
and
is your
who in the
business?
world do you
Is
think
the
you're speaking
audacity
to?
for me? And then the video was actually addressing women. She was like, "Come on, women, that we can do better." Because what do you mean by coming to tell me that the girls I have are not enough?
I know we used to say that sometimes men have, like, they'll go and buy one audacity and it's like get 10 free. So they have a lot of audacity, but a lot of women have audacity too.
They do.
Talking like I said, I have a question. So before I get into what I want to say about this conversation, let me ask my question. Earlier, I'm not sure who said it now. I don't know if it's Benny, Brenda, or OJ, but one of you mentioned about how, I think it was your older woman, like the fact that she's older, she has lashes
the
on.
air hostess is older.
Yeah.
So you see something, right? What do you guys think? Do you think that the reason why there's such disparity between like the older, I don't like to call women older women, but like
they're older, not like saying they're old, but they're older.
Okay,
in
older.
age.
Okay, yeah. Okay, the older women, right? Is it the fact that they didn't necessarily get the opportunity to do some of these things, fix your nails, do your lashes, do wild, crazy color, have piercings, have tattoos, dress the way that they wanted back then, compared to the free will, I would say, that a lot of young women have now, and the ability to do all of these things, change it up and down, wear what they want, and it's garnering like acceptance, right? It's garnering acceptance more now than it used to be back then. Back then, if you did all of those things, you were like the horrible.
Yeah, you're like
the
wild.
bad
You're
of
just
the
wild.
bad of the bad.
You're like promiscuous.
You're the H2O without the 2.
Do you understand?
Yeah. But right now, it's accepted. A respectable young woman can have her nails done, her lashes done, her hair done to color green, her outfit, all space pay kind of thing, and it's what nobody's gonna look at you and say, oh, you are a promiscuous person, right? Do you think is the fact that they didn't necessarily, or it's just from the I want to protect this younger generation, like they say let them still have a covering, so that you have there's morality still in place and all of these things, quote unquote, right?
I know that.
What do you think, basically? That's I don't know if you get my question.
Yeah. I would say they still, like you said, older women, they still have this, you're doing this, that means you're bad. Because, Big Brother and Nigeria, my mom and her friend, they talk about like in the night, maybe something happens and maybe there's a presentation there. And I remember one presentation, they called her like, see what she's wearing. It's kind of like, so it's like, you guys are still, you're putting your body out there, blah, blah, blah. So like they still feel like, and we are the traditional people, like, you're supposed to be covered up, you're supposed to be this, you're supposed to, so if you're doing this, that means you're a bad girl, you're a bad child or whatever. So they still have that, as we've moved and like you said, people are now accepting this kind of thing. It's basically like now, I think I've said it before, if you wear, you really can be naked, I will just pass and go. But then a like older woman will see you and they'll even bring rapper.
So it's a morality thing. So it's not that they don't understand that the world is evolving.
Or like they did not even like, I wanted to do this or so it's like, how can you be doing this back in the days, whatever. So like that's maybe trying to hold on to that, even though that the world is evolving, they're still trying to hold on to that. No, this was not how the world was before. So like let's still
preserve
it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's what you think. How about you?
For me, I would say that. To be honest, there should be some level of balance actually to the conversation, though, based on the fact that yes, there's certain level of acceptance that women are getting now that they didn't used to get before.
Yeah.
In fact, ladies, do you realize that it's even now in this generation now, for instance, if a woman, for instance, you just get pregnant out of wedlock. Now, what is even happening now is they tell you don't forcefully have to go and live with the man. But before it wasn't so. Before it was like as long as you got impregnated, the family has to be protected. You are going to that man's house and you're going to go and see the shege there. Do you get the point? I think that women, I just think that there's this, the word is what I'm looking for. There's this surprise, if I can use the word surprise, that okay, wait, women are doing this now and they're actually getting away with it, or rather they're being accepted. Like a woman can fix her nails done, get her hair done, put on whatever color, have piercings, we
call it maintenance day now.
Exactly, maintenance, and she's getting accepted. It didn't used to be so in our own time. In our own time, if you did this kind of a thing, they'll see you as someone who's in the streets, who walks in the streets. Yeah. So there's this way where they want to like hold the women down to say, okay, no. Just simply because we've allowed you to be like this, to dress like this, to look like this, doesn't mean that. But now the balance to it is, where I always put a balance to it is, I understand the fact that this generation of women were now more we can now express ourselves better the way we want. But I'm coming from, I like the balance of, even though we're coming from there, let's still have a little bit of respect for these other guys. Now, that is what these other guys are trying to fight. They feel like sometimes when they just see women like this, they feel like there's no respect. Women just want to, show that, yes, I'm this, I'm there. Do you get what where I'm going to? So for me, I would just say that it's just because back then, it didn't used to be as accepted as it is now. And so now that it's beginning to be accepted, they just want to also remind us that, okay, even though it's getting accepted, you still have to respect me. You still have to, give me some level of respect because I was here before you. do you understand it? Like, based on the fact that I'm older now. So
yeah, but you've lived your life.
Like my family member or somebody
older, just an older woman.
Anybody.
Just an older woman. For the fact that, my own generation, we didn't used to have all of this.
But that's your business and that's your generation.
But for the fact that I came here before you, you understand, you should just give me some level of the respect I demand.
Respecting what we like. It's not like I didn't greet you, but you have a problem with what I'm wearing or how I'm like.
That's just it. So I think generally, right, it's a mindset thing. It's a mindset thing to say that okay, this new generation of women, they're now like this. So simply because they're now like this, let me show them that me self, I'm an old taker.
I actually have a story to tell concerning what you just said. But what do you think as well, Brenda?
Okay, for me, I would say that it's kind of like in the middle. I'm aware that there are some people who feel like they are rotten on their luck. And they've like had life in terrible ways that they wish that it could change. And so when they see people probably living the kind of life that they desire, that they
didn't have,
they get bitter and they express that bitterness, with the way that they address these people. There's that. But I also believe that there are also people who are genuine. It's a genuine worry that, there's a perversion that is coming into this freedom of expression of style, and so they're trying to like not necessarily hold down the fort, but like try to maybe imbibe in them now, like, okay, no, like this thing is not actually supposed to be like this. You're not supposed to have your valuables all out there. Like, it's not your body is not like a museum, something that people just come and look at all the precious artifacts and all that, right? While some people do say, because I am never somebody who would advocate for or support indecent dressing, right? Dress beautiful, like look mad, look killer, fire and everything. But like when it becomes like indecent and everything, of course, I don't support that and all that. So I think that really just, there are some people who do it with bitterness, like no, this thing, not out of concern or worry that okay, you're doing something that shouldn't be done. And then there are those who actually, do it the right way. Like maybe you even see some sometimes we can say that it's none of their business, right? Like it's our life and all that. You see some women, maybe like older women, somebody they don't know before, maybe they'll call them to come and sit down. Now sit down and start telling life story and everything. Story you did not ask for and everything. Some of them we can say that they talk too much, they're not minding their business. But some of them is out of genuine worry. While others it is not. That's what I'm trying to say.
Let me just add to what Brenda said. Sometimes I feel like some of these women, just like I was saying, that it's a mindset thing. Yeah. Some of these women, when they see younger ladies, they just automatically think that they would say, for instance, now I and Danielle will just automatically think that I would disrespect her. Do you get it now?
Just because you're younger.
Just because I'm younger. That mindset is there. This girl is going to disrespect me. I'm not going to give her that opportunity to disrespect me. I'll give you an example. I went to buy something the other day, and because I went to buy something, I had already picked what I wanted to buy. I'd already picked the one. I told the seller, this is the one I want. Okay. So an older woman came, like a very mature woman, like a mommy. She came and she wanted to buy it. So she picked that one that I had already told the lady that I picked. Although when she came, I was also engrossed in waiting for it to get ready. So I didn't necessarily maybe say hello to her or something. Yeah. But when she pointed that one, I was like, I said it in a very respect. You all know me. I'm not rude. So I was like, Ma, I paid for. I'd already picked this one. So I said it like this. This was just the way I said. I said, oh Ma, I already paid for this. She said, I know. So she said, I didn't know that. As if she said it to me in a very harsh way. Like, I'm like, no Ma, I'm just telling you. I'm just informing you that I paid for, so you can pick another one. Hey. She wanted to just attack me. Like, I didn't know that you picked it. I said, hey, Mommy, I'm sorry.
Please, how did that situation end? Did you carry?
She respectfully,
Left
allowed
it
me
alone.
to pick my what I already picked, and then I left. I was like, now, wow, I don't even do anything.
At least allow the person to move
Do you
left
get?
first.
I didn't
before-
even move left. I just respectfully said, I already paid for it. And she said, I didn't know. Like she said, it's such a harsh way. So it's just like sometimes they just see the
they're
younger
waiting
ones
for-
and they just think that this person wants to disrespect me.
Yeah.
And it's not so.
It's maybe the ideology they already have
It's
about
the
our
ideology,
generation.
exactly. Yeah.
So they would think that way. So I just want to recap everything. The conversation we started off from was the situation with Comfort Emerson and what had happened on that plane, and how very often it does happen, but these ones are obviously they're on national TV. Everyone can see it happening, but it happens in our day-to-day lives as well. I remember back then when I used to go to the gym. When I used to go to the gym, I used to feel very self-conscious. Why? Because I was not that I was a loner. I'm a very friendly person, but it just felt like in that gym I was much more. I was younger
Reserved.
than the women that were going there, and also there was that kind of disparity and stuff. So I was always I'll just go do what I had to do. But I started to notice that they would sit like in a corner and like they're talking and laughing. Obviously I'm not getting it right, or maybe I'm falling or I'm doing it wrong or something like that. And I would always feel self-conscious, right? And that was one of the reasons why I had to leave the gym, because the women I would expect, if I was in their position, I would actually walk up to them,
draw you close and help you.
What sets are you trying to do? What? So
exactly.
that's just an example. It does happen in a lot
of
several
affairs,
even in the very minute ways, just like what Benny has, like this example she gave to us. You see women they're probably struggling. You don't know this woman from anywhere, but you can obviously see that this woman is struggling. You can observe, and then you see it, and then you just decide that, well, I'm just going to ignore it or laugh at it or make jest of it or be very funny and mean about it.
You say
when you
someone's
don't need to
zipper
be
is down. You see a lady's zipper is down, right? Instead of walking up to her and maybe even telling her or try to help her because of one kind of nonsensical, there's one petty thing like that. You don't even know this person from anywhere. You just pass and walk.
The funny thing is that it almost feels like it's even the men like, sorry, madam, your something is
they're the one who are not being gentle.
And that's wild.
Very
to me.
wild.
That's wild to me. If you refuse that, okay, because I know that there are different people, different personalities. I always say this every time I come on the show. I always say everybody has choices. Your choices either bring rewards or consequences. I have a right to your choice, right? You can decide that, I just don't want. I'm not a girls person. I prefer the guy friends. I prefer I just want to get guys that are easier to relate with, because I've heard girls say that. I just like guys are easier. There's no emotion. There's no this. I just want to be friends with the guys. And you can be a person who is a girl's girl. You want to be in the women community. You want to help women. You want to be a part of women and all of that. It's your choice, but regardless, you're a human being first. Like, to me, I feel like I'm a human being before I'm even like a woman or a broadcaster or Danielle, like whoever, first daughter, whatever title I have.
Human first.
I'm human first. If it's a man that I can see is obviously in pain or is there's something I could actually say or do, I would do, because it's humanity, right? So when it comes to this situation of Comfort Emerson and this older woman, when I watch that video, what I see is extreme agitation and a warped sense of
justice.
So she's, like we said earlier, two wrongs don't make it right. So obviously Comfort has been provoked her and all of these things, but in that moment, in that very vulnerable moment, because this lady was already being dragged around by men that were not obviously taking it easy on her in any way, form or manner, right? In that moment, yes, she has provoked you. I understand that it can be annoying. I mean, you're in a professional setting. She has come here. She's maybe disrespected your job or something like that. But in that moment, dragging or embarrassing her forever and ever, those videos are going to be out there forever.
The internet doesn't forget.
Exactly.
It does not forget. She could be going for something important or an international gig or something, and they will bring these things out, and it's a part of our identity right now.
People have turned it to stickers.
It's almost like people don't think of the immediate consequences of their actions when it comes to women. Now, women are very precious. Like, unfortunately, I might be wrong, but when it comes to private parts of like women and men, for women, it's more. It has like an immediate attack on the eyes. Like people are wanting to constantly see, a woman's this is out. They want to see it. So it's like
all the variations.
Yeah, do you understand? So it's always like there should be for women. I feel like there should be a consciousness of let me protect. Let me cover her.
You're right.
Do you understand?
I agree,
because by the time it comes out there, it's like it's not going back.
Exactly.
It can't come back in.
Invade the
There's been so many, unfortunately, leaked situations for men and stuff, but it gets like it's forgotten. You can't necessarily remember that even happened or even
I'm
ever
so sorry.
existed.
Just to add to that, just like what Danielle is saying, there are, like, when it comes to all of these videos that leak, Oxlade's video was leaked. No one is even talking about Oxlade as much as they're talking about Tiwa Savage.
Till today.
So that's the practical example of what we're talking about.
It's ridiculous, and I feel like a lot of women don't have that consciousness that if this thing goes left, if for example, if you're like arguing and shot, the highest you see me do is run my mouth. Like because in my mind I'm like, it could escalate. It could escalate, and whatever outcome come out of this thing is not reversible, and that's very, very painful.
Very.
Do you understand? There's not that consciousness is not there as women anymore, and it is I abhor it. I abhor the fact that it's not there. It's very, very, it's annoying. That's on the side. The story that I was going to tell you, right? I've had a situation where I think I was on. I'm a very chill person. I like to wear shorts. I do like a top, and I'm just me. I don't necessarily like black colored hairs. I'm maybe on wine or I'm on, and my nails are always done to the T every single time, right? So I had an encounter with an older woman that, well, it was in like a religious kind of setting, right? So it was like, and she was somebody that knows my parents apparently, and she's like, PK, like, because obviously Popsy is like a pastor and everything, and then she had a problem from what I looked like from no part of my body was exposed. I wasn't looking ridiculous, indecent, like where I have like pink and green lashes flying out of my eyes, or like nothing obviously, right? But she saw that I had piercings, my nails were long, I was wearing shorts, I was all of these things, and obviously, it's not as if I'm old, but the statement she made to me, I can't even believe that. It's been so many years. I'm going to call your father now. I'm going to call your mother now. What do you mean by this? Go home and before, like, for me to attend what it is that I was attending. This is somebody I had not seen in about roughly 9 to 10 years. And I looked at her and I'm like, I don't apologize that you feel this way, but you can go ahead and call my parents. You've lived your life. Allow me live mine. That I look like.
You said that to her?
Yes, very calmly as well. Because obviously she's older, and I've known her when I was a teenager and all of that. She's always had a problem. I remember when I was younger, she had a problem with me wearing spaghetti tops and coming for service and all of these things. And I saw her all over again, and it's the same thing that she was doing. And then when I got home, I told my mom that time. I was like, Mom, this is what happened. And she was like, good girl. I was like, do you understand? Sometimes you can be very respectfully but firm and put them in their place, right? It's not disrespect, but you're guarding your own peace, your own sanity, and all of these things. Because if I had let that go, this man will see me in 5 years' time and still try it with me. Do you understand? That's how I feel. So very respectfully, you've lived your life. I'd really like for you to allow me to live mine. You've been like this since I was a teenager, and I don't appreciate it. My body is not out. Even if it is, it's none of your business. And I walked away because I was not going to engage. And she kept on like, I'm going to all of that. So, and that's just my own experience. There are several. I would not advocate for a woman for indecent dressing. I don't accept that. I don't agree to that. But like I said, it's still your choice. It doesn't, to me, that doesn't define who you are or define what it is you're doing with your life or who you will meet or where you would be in the future. That's just your choice in that moment, and that's on you. Whatever comes out of it, that's on you. Nobody has the right to come and harass you for it or rule you for it. You understand? It's your choice. Everybody should have that consciousness of, I'm living my own life. I'm living for myself. Whoever wants me to be in their space, I would ask you for your opinion. If it's just like when you're trying to body shame somebody. Like if I don't ask you, what do you think about you don't have a right to open your mouth and talk to me about it. You don't look at people and say, you're bigger now. You're slimmer now. It's none of your business. If I don't approach you and say, Brenda, do you think that, what do you think about this? You don't have a right to look at me, no matter how close we are, no matter how many years we've been together. And that's the consciousness I want women to start leading with. It's getting too much. It's rampant and it's very annoying.
Okay. Let's get back to the music. We'll be back.
This is Soul Sisters. Soul Sisters.
FlowFM 92.7.
Entertainment and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Ilorin. It's FlowFM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7. My music, my radio.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter where you are, non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilorin. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid mornings with us, you won't want to miss it. We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tears that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM, it's where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Ilorin. It's FlowFM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7. My music, my radio.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter where you are, non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilorin. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid mornings with us, you won't want to miss it. We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tears that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM, it's where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Ilorin. It's FlowFM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7. My music, my radio.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter where you are, non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilorin. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid mornings with us, you won't want to miss it. We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tears that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM, it's where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Ilorin. It's FlowFM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, Call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7. My music.
You're still listening to FlowFM 92.7, your Go with the Flow radio station. This is the Soul Sisters. We are still on the conversation. I'd like to say something about the whole consciousness, and women should be conscious, about protecting other women and all. Like I said earlier, is this our generation now that we can say that too? Because something like this will probably still happen again. Because the older women or the older generation, they probably will not accept it, that okay, I see something like that and I'm not supposed to talk, or look, your experience and all, and that person will still do that. You can't, as much as be like, oh no, it's not your business. Like I said, it's just our generation. Like if you, whatever you wear, I don't even have to, some people will even take to come film. I don't necessarily care. Like you said, it's your choice. Whatever you want to do with your body, whatever you want to wear, that really is who you are, or what you want to do. But now, the traditional, as much as we want to say, oh no, we should do this, we should protect other people, the traditional women, I don't know if I should call them traditional, but like
the older
generation would not, most of them, I don't like to be absolute in things, most of them would not accept to like, oh no, I have to talk. I have to. Sometimes we're like, what's your business with? Okay, well maybe this person is fat. You are fat now, oh, you are too slim, go and eat whatever. They will not just take that, oh, it's none of my business. You want me not to say anything. I should not say
what's
anything.
The solution to that? Is it not like clocking it? Respectfully, but clocking it.
But to be very
because
honest,
now I don't think that woman would do it to me again, and I mean that, because if she does it again, I'll say it again. I'll say it and I'll say it firmer.
I think clocking it is actually the solution, because just like OJ said, there are women that no matter how you are trying to say, okay, you're supposed to call this girl out, they'll just feel like, if I don't say it, who will now say it? In fact, they're even feeling like they're doing us a favor by telling us these things so that we, know them and act right in their own sense, act right? But I think the best way to go about it is to really find it, just be so respectful, but be very firm. I'll use myself as an example. I think I was having a conversation with Danielle, and I told her that for the longest of my life, I know I've always been like this. The only thing that grows in my body is my brain. I do not add weight. It's just who I am. No matter what I eat. My best friend is a chef. She feeds me, but I don't want to. Do you get my point? Yeah. So now a lot of people have a lot of comments on my weight. When people see me, they say, Benny,
you've not changed.
Benny, you have not changed though. Benny, you are still slim.
Like,
Benny, you don't. I'm like, the best thing to do is to really clock it and tell them, my weight is not your business. You don't have a right to tell me.
What if it's your mother-in-law?
My mother-in-law.
I'll clock it as well, though.
I'll clock it, though, but I'll do it respectfully.
Very respectfully, but
instead, I'll go and meet her son. I'll meet her son.
After I've clocked it,
excuse me,
I'll
sir.
clock it respectfully.
Go and tell your mama.
After I've done that, I'll still tell the son.
Tell your mama, say, make sure they tell me. I can't change that for. But to be very honest, I think there's a way you can see nobody. I think for us as Africans, as Nigerians, one of the things we respect so much is one of the things we like so much is respect.
I'll give it to you.
No matter what, just respectfully. So even if it were my mother-in-law, there's a way I can respectfully say it. That is after we have finished all the whole diplomatic sides of it, because some of these women, they will start. You might say it first. I will not say it.
Maybe for mother-in-law, first time you'll be like,
you just be diplomatic with it. But
I use my example because there was this mom's hangout or so that I had to attend and all. So this woman came, of course, it was a safe space and all. They had like a mental health, or it was all that
for women.
Yeah, moms.
Okay, moms.
So this woman came out to be like, oh, that she mentioned that she's slim as well, and I think was it 3 or 4, and she was slim, even though she was wearing like a bigger gown. But this kind of. You not know if she did not mention that she has given birth to that number of children. You would not know.
You mean she has like 4 kids?
Yeah, and she was still like your stature and all. Then she was like, oh, that her mother-in-law says that what she said was that you are in your husband's house. You are supposed to be adding weight that people know that you're enjoying your husband's house, but then you are still slim. So she was basically asking that, should she do? I know, and I think I've mentioned. I don't know where I've mentioned it before.
I think it was here. I've heard the story before.
Yeah, and then other women came like, yo, now. In that kind of person, I don't know, because it's not everybody that can actually clock their mother-in-law. That okay, well, I have to do this.
True that.
Because for a mother-in-law come to you and come and tell you that you should know that there's something. There's like underground, whatever like that. So now, do you understand?
Mommy, I appreciate your
fact
concern.
that they would not stop.
Mommy, I appreciate your concern. No, I don't even know. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but this matter, I've been like this since I was a child. I'm not going to
what
change.
am I supposed to do?
In fact,
should talk to this
I'll
way.
first laugh and say, mommy, I'm enjoying. I really am enjoying your son.
Ask your son. The money I collect from him on a weekly basis. You don't shake him.
You're really enjoying, but
I'll
it
give
has
you
nothing.
I'll give you a
to
practical
do.
example. Someone said something the other day about me and me not adding weight, and I told the person that I've not been eating since, so I've been feeding on the word of God.
Honestly, sometimes
that's how I
you
eat.
just
I
those
don't
kind of responses, so that sometimes you
you
tell
understand?
people about themselves with the responses you give to them.
Do you understand?
You
Because
tell
I don't
them that what you are saying right now, it not brings sense.
So that kind of thing, she might not be able to come. I understand that there are women that cannot maybe confront older women like that, but there are channels. For me, if that kind of woman, if I knew her, I'll tell her to talk to her husband, to talk to his mother. Since it's not something she's comfortable with, right? You can talk to the man.
Different ways to go
There are
about
different ways to go about it, really. But the most important thing is respectfully,
and also
address the matter.
And also, you have to honestly first and foremost, you have to think about yourself, your safety, your sanity, and all of these things. If you don't like let people know your boundaries and know not to talk to you crazy, they will not stop. I've not oh my goodness, what I have been through, even in recent times. I've realized that if you don't let people know that I would not take this from you, I promise you, they will continue to do it and do it. They will push you and stretch you till you don't have anything to do, as in you can't take it anymore, till you snap and break. And that's where women are aggressive, women are this, that, and that's when you snap. What I've noticed, or what I've even learned now, is that you can be very calm in your voice, so that they don't have the opportunity to say, I shouted at you. You can calmly just be calm and say your piece, say your mind, be firm, and let it be. You understand that not everybody can clock, like Benny said, but learn how to stand for yourself every single time. And if you're a woman out there, you're not a girl's girl, all well and good for you, but you don't have to purposefully now bring women down with your actions or your words or your body language or whatever it is. Stay in your lane. You're not a girl, it's okay, no wahala. Leave it alone like that.
Is that a parting statement?
That's my parting statement. Well, I feel like I agree with Danielle on this one. Women, if you're not a girl's girl, okay, it's okay, but don't try to be actively participating in whatever will bring women down. It doesn't tell well. It doesn't tell well. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay, I was saying this off air just before we came back on air, and I was saying that honestly, people think that the way to actually change people with their ideals or beliefs and everything is to force it down their throat. And anything you force down anybody's throat, they'll throw it back up. It's just going to come back here. And by the time it comes out, it's going to be so irritating and disgusting. The results are not ever good. Really, if you have any piece of advice that nobody asked for, and you really, out of genuine concern, you want to tell that person, do it with the utmost love. There's never been anybody who has been told something with the utmost love, and that person pushes back against it with so much, that it becomes aggression, arrogance, and this thing, in a very calm manner. If you notice that, and these are things that maybe you see that, okay, somebody is going maybe a kind of way that if somebody doesn't call them back, they'll probably end up in fire. Something that will probably destroy them or harm them. Then you not like, oh, I'm so opinionated about your life or your lifestyle that what I'm telling you have to take it. Nobody will take it.
Of course.
Nobody. So basically do
it in love. That's why God is love.
Word.
God is love. So do it in love.
It is love that changes people, not force.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go and ask North Korea.
Well, it's been a beautiful conversation as well. You are a woman out there, protect other women and all. And just like we've said also, we're sure you picked up quite a number of things. Yes. So, do it. Not just here. You understand? Actually put it into practice.
Okay. Yeah. Before we leave, next week, that's on Sunday, August 31st, it was going to be Soul Sisters X Men's Club, and we're going to have an amazing conversation.
Soul Sisters will be
the last time we did it was, I think last quarter.
Yeah, last quarter.
So it's coming up again, crossover with Soul Sisters and Men's Club. It's going to be hard. The conversation is going to be hard. So you want to be a part of it. So it's going to be Soul Sisters and the Men's Club. That's Nelson and
Victor.
Nelson, the guy you've got to love.
Yep,
and Victor Monkan.
Yep.
So you're gonna definitely enjoy it. So tune in tomorrow as well. We're gonna have an amazing time.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being part of Soul Sisters.
I thought you guys going to do the round name.
Okay, I'm Danielle Shitterbe.
I'm Benny.
Brenda.
OJ, I'm still here. This has been a good time.
This is Soul Sisters. Soul Sisters.
FlowFM 92.